Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? We're back. Well, issue. You know what? Before um, let's just follow to box to walk down time this. And it all stop right by your grandfather's. If this joke to scare me away, stop. Not a joke, mean. I meant what I say. There is some wicked going on in the house. That can't be true. I know this have to be. I can't stay. Sorry, Nina. It's okay for taking care of my grandfather, and I'm sorry for all the stress. What do you mean by audio scene? I'll be sure to pay you right away as soon as. Oh my god, is there no audio? I think there is. There is audio. Don't know what's happening around. The woman on the phone cautiously around, turning back and forth. Others grips the phone so close to her eyes before speaking again in a hushed bit low. I mean, is it that bad? How low is it? Is it good now? Something terrible is lurking in the house. I don't know what it is. As soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just. I can't leave everything behind. We have nowhere else to go. Please, Nina, this place is not safe. Because they are true. Curse is my family is not cursed. Nina is um trying to explain something, and she is pissed. But Nina, at this rate, you and your family will enough. A pause. Sharp tense fall as both women, exhausted, stressed beyond their comfort, try to stifle their growing frustration one another. They're yielding in others' thought, only anger and hurt to face. After what feels like a suffocating stillness, Nina finally sighs heavily and talking while doing a alright, all the best. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw, but I can't leave like this. Whoever or whatever they are, they will answer me. I won't let them have their way. I don't have time waste. So if you can't help me, then be it. I will find a way. My grandfather is all I have left. He's all I have left. Oh, that kind of. There is a shadow. Diner. foggy morning, corner of a booth, drinks black coffee, and depending on his mood, orders a tray. It was black coffee. This is the main character, by the way. I think. I swear I have never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. A freak mountain worth of it. For a valuable member of your team. My foot. Oh my god. I am starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining. Maybe you were right. Ah. So Laurent, 30, takes a good look at his cup of and chugs all in one sip. He then continues to grumble to himself over last night's work at the office. So I really find a as he contemplates his poor life choices, just like me, looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything, and if it disappears, it always leaves of its. Even in a quaint little town like this, I can't even run from my fate. So finally stares at compiled newspaper clips together, some of them from recent events, but all were past headlines of. No matter how many times I see it, it's still just as hard to look at in case after case. Can't help but remind himself all of this. He's a detective, I guess, all to comes with a price. And I'm the one doing. Yes, you are. Sounds right. Mind if I joke? But how do you say that? Yeah. Annoyingly, your voice interrupts this trail of thoughts. Slowly looks one rest, although reluctant. Ah, this guy. I thought it was. Good morning, you. Who scowls and turns away, gathers the files and shoves back into his binder. Well, the tall man takes this as an insight at the opposite end. Hits the waitress passing by and orders him hefty body breakfast, extra plate. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to order. Man then looks back at you, empty cup and now jumbled newspaper clips. All the while, Hugo is trying to. You really should eat something that black coffee. But the game is lagging. I'm fine. No, I'm just not even a character. It is a moment before Noah disturbs it once. Well, too bad for you. I ordered a big for the two. Wait, who is? I am confused. Who is? But as if the world could place Noah with an even more perfect person arrives. I mean, the person who did all this art really did a good. Why the hell did you order for this? Please don't worry about me. Wow. Um, Shut up. Uh, oh my god. Oh my god. I can't talk. What is? I am really sorry, whatever language this is, and I am butchering it very badly right. Mukang Masarap. Right, Hugo. Are you even listening to? No, Hugo, he is not. Definitely not listening. Come on, we both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when? And I am not about to let you faint again. Ah, I see. Fainted before. So open wide. By the way, this games has like um LGBT, so might end up that they're actually that I did check the tags. I did not mention all that much. Leon. Ah, Leon. Where is Leona? You have. What do you mean by whom? Natural born charmer. Also, only people who love threatens him. Oh, lovingly threaten every day. That is what a partner should. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in without further Ah, what did you even hear? That's why properly always fluctuate. Damn him, I got swept away again. Oh, by the way, this is out for business document will be say anything about it. The expressions, bro. This yesterday, I guess ego is getting already frustrated at sort out the cabinet. Did not. I guess it was a pretty well. I mean, he did tell me to tell you, but telling him right now. Lucky me, where you go every morning. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want to do? Technically have the day off. Are you guys going on a date? Seems like it. I mean, I think Noah wants to go on a date, which is just I'm gonna head back to the office. And you were complaining about work. Now you want to go back to office? Full of boxes and chance to sort out. That case, I will come. Why? Just want to pass this up to get you know you better. Yeah. Oh, I see. It's Hugo's name, I guess. Now I understand with it. After this lightning, enlightening, okay, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meal car. The car pretty. As Noah opens the passenger house, big dogs at us of car opening. I'm sorry, big. It looks small, bro. Then close while trying not to make occupant. Colby. 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 At the sound of his name, little eyes slowly peek, calls for. Oh my God, he's so cute. Dog is cute. It is his one and only partner. As it finally realizes who is or where he is, old bloodhound stirs up from his bounces at go and proceeds to wag his tail. Uncon. Okay, I am not going to. He just cannot control it. That's it. Bark. For in my life. Good morning again, Colby. Nice nap. Colby, 8 years old, was cool and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency all over the. I mean, he's old, probably because of that, around a lot. Noah, who is witnessing all of this from the back seat, chuckles, amazed, slightly deep, with sudden surge of energy. Ah, doesn't matter how many times I try, when it comes to one can. Yeah, I mean, Colby is head back to the office, just the same who left it. A decent, organized man. Organized man. His credit for the amount of boxes taking went through believes did a face job, albeit have been. Wow, you really outdid yourself, you. It looks less crowded. Shut it, will you? Damn, that was quick. That was actually. I said I was gonna. Thanks, boy. Before you continue to give deserved head pats, he noticed someone. There is another person here. A woman stands timidly peering outside from the storefront. She looks a bit frantic, even more restless, with her disheveled and ill-fitting clothes drawing emphasis for already too visible pity. The woman tries to grasp the handle several times, her brows furrow agitated about something. What do you mean by brother? Hopefully there is no background noise. I added no. So much to the point it's preventing her from just simply out for help. However, when she finally makes eye contact, because she immediately rushes in. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, she can pretty. I can tell she's old, but she's pretty. I mean, it has nothing to do with her age, but still. I know that the closed sign is up, but I saw you come in and I typical introvert, I guess. Are you alright, miss? I need your help. Grandpa has been here the entire time. My grandfather, he. Oh, okay. This is. That is not what I said. Please don't bring it up everywhere. Before she can continue explaining, Noah swiftly cuts in front of Hugo and intervenes. And all too practiced man. I guess she memorized the lines or something like that. It's okay, miss. We'll hear what you have to say. So please, just don't you sit right over there. Miss, you actually can't that. I will. What do you mean? Noah gestures to one of the empty seats at the other side of the office. The poor woman hesitates for a moment, clutches the strap of her purse, her eyes focusing apprehensively on them, and at. Oh, why are you rage baiting him right now? After mulling over Noah's offer, she quickly glances back, and the woman then walks towards the corner of the room and sits at the edge of the sofa. Her posture is very intense, giving no sign of comfort for even this moment of peace. Oh my god, Leona is. Can you start off by telling us your name? Um, I apologize for earlier. It's okay, ma'am. You can tell him. Tell him. I am usually a bit more composed than this, but I guess I'm failing at that too. Okay. I mean, a lot of people have that same problem. My name is Nina Mortimer. Mortimer. I am butchering all the names here, so please, um, I will like to say sorry. Just deal with it. Hello, Miss. My name is Noah De Leon. See, there is a Leon here, De Leon. Okay, I should change your nick. This D. I am one of the assistants here. The big guy next to you is our lovely assistant Colby, and the other one brooding over there is a private investigator, Hugo Lorient. I am not brooding. I am just tired. I totally understand Hugo. And our chief is away on business, but I think we still accommodate. So, can we? How can we help? For just a moment, Nina appeared a bit more relaxed, more hopeful, maybe even relieved from the warm welcome. However, once again tenses up, guilt and shame came rushing back to her, visible by the crease of her brow, as she once again realizes why she. I mean, she got good eyebrows. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Tonight? That is a crazy ass request. Yeah, I know this is strange request, but my hands are tied on this. Has to be. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't quite understand. Is your grandfather in any danger? Can't answer. I think someone is trying to take him out. Someone? Oh my god, it can be a ghost though. How do you know? Take him? Oh my god, look at Noah's face. That is literally terror. I think you should contact the police right away. They are far more equipped at handling this kind of situation. No, they are not. Oh my god, look at Nina, bro. Situations in this game. I have tried requesting their help, but they have given me the same answer verbatim for weeks now. They would send someone out to watch over the manor for the entire day. I think they are no help at night, but by the end of their routine, they would always report back nothing unusual. They saw no one else leaving or arriving at the house other than me or the caretaker. And despite telling them all in details about the letter and all the strange that that's been happening, there is nothing they can do about it. Just sit around until it escalates. I can't wait any longer. More than this, then it will all be late. Only if only I knew who Louis was. Louis, oh, other character. Maybe that is the guy that is. Lets out a gasp, her hand shot out to cover her mouth, realizing she had said so carelessly. She tries to avert their gaze, but Hugo stares persistently at her. Nina, who is Louis? Are they the ones causing all of this? Once more she contemplates, her brows knit closely together as she bites her lip. It's as if the words she wanted to say have suddenly died out, too heavy to even utter. A mistake she can't take back. Before the silence stretches further, Noah speaks in a gentle and reassuring tone. Miss Nina, I know it's scary, all of the things you have mentioned to us so far. No one should ever have to experience, especially by. And I assure you, we will listen to listen to all of it. I promise. Wild and manic eyes search deeply at them, trying desperately to discern any doubt or mistrust on their faces. However, all see the people who are willing to give their time, simply listen to her, to actually. From this alone, Nina looks inside where her purse is and opens it. Tucked inside one of the pockets, she takes out a single, slightly crum, crumbled, crumpled envelope with a pigmented red wax seal pressed in the. Is that the correct spelling for crumbled? A glance you right away appears to be a bit more out and yet, despite its well preserved, well kept, as if the lid itself was untouched by time forever, waiting to be opened. Grandfather has been received for the past month now. The letters didn't come with an address, but this one is different from this had the name. As she hands over the letter, she notices her hand slightly shaking, avoiding his. He's trying in earnest. But before he could reach out his hand, he sees it, a faint shift in the room, unnoticeable to others, but all too glaring clear to him. There is something very wrong with this letter. I don't know why I am already feeling chills for. I think something bad is going to happen. Suddenly, Hugo recoils his hand away in pain, like being struck with something sharp, so spontaneous, so memorable that even if the pain disappears within seconds, a hint of it remains. Something small, akin to a prick, Rose's thought, or more like a paper cut. Are you all right? I'm sorry, I hurt you. So you made that it was something very scary, and then you would say me it's a paper cut. Oh my god! All that build up for this? No, I'm fine. Not your fault. Not your fault. Why are you angry, Hugo? I think you are scaring me. Hugo stares quietly at the cut. A thin line starts to form on top of his index finger, trailing down and stopping just above the first crease. A red, clearly visible, taunting. That doesn't look like a normal paper cut. Let me get you a band-aid. Fine, Noah, I don't need one. Let Noah do his work. What? But really, it's fine. It does not even hurt that much. What do you mean? Paper cuts do hurt a lot. Um, what case? What? What case? Why do you want perfectly? What? Yes, you were asking for how to write a perfect. I guess how about them. Not talking about romance. You're talking about like some just letter. I have no that case. At least I will tell you to like change your handwriting. At don't write in your note, but there will be fingerprints. Not a great idea. Not leave. You'll get caught. So shrugs and return his attention back to later, but this time, luckily, nothing happens. Need to reach all the way out there. Just a letter. Terrifying. Carefully, he removes of the envelope and unfolds. At first, it looks like any other. A person named asking others Henry to come meet by the lake. There's something important with However, what's striking about this not the letter staring at the bottom of the scrawled like the rest can visit out to message that shouldn't remember a promise and oh my god. What? I don't know why, but this game is already making me kind of uncomfortable. Nothing is hasn't even happened yet. When did you receive the letter? Yesterday. And your grandfather? Where currently back at the house with a I promised them I wouldn't be in agreement with them. Oh, what sort of agreement? Caretaker we have now is watch over my father, but only during before nightfall they would leave exactly at the same time. For nightfall? By night do I want to believe that this is whole thing is an elaborate scheme to get my family away. I know this sounds crazy, but at one point was on it. Mail carriers, officer, everyone had a hand at making family suffer. But this one was, my God, she is making. I think the expression what is making uncomfortable. Up until now, I have never heard of any by that name. Not really. They clearly, I don't do something about this. I will lose. Will lose. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina begins the stress, the anxiety, the fear, all of it finally catches. Her body hunches forward, her hands press close to her eyes as she tries. As an act of comfort, Colby sits closer to Nina while Noah fetches. On the other hand, is puzzled. Hey, this whole has been going on for past month. It doesn't add up. Nightfall, I think whatever happened with certain that whoever or whatever they're coming. Um, what do you mean? Why are you giving me oh my God, network is Leona. That is a good that you actually word because if you were in my chat, actually probably give good good thing, good thinking. I will. I would want to reject the case because no, I am not very. I mean, I am not very good with horror or anything, but I don't think I can reject the case right now. I have to take it. I will do it. Take on you for a moment. Yeah, Hugo, it is difficult, but every one of us audible properly. I am not audible. Oh my God, you should have said that before. What I said was, it is a good thing that you actually censored your writing. Because if you swear in my chat, it will actually pick that up, and you get a warning for that. I like made sure that no one actually types anything appropriate. Their eyes and attentions are solely directed at Hugo, whose eyes have certain glint to them, now unwavering and more determined. Can you hear my sound now properly? Can you hear me properly? Before anyone else speaks, Nina stands up, wipes away any stray tears from her face, and walks up to him. I know, I know. Once a time and never did again. Ah, so you learn from your mistakes. I see. You will take it? Who simply nods. Thank you. You don't know how much this. We are glad to help you, miss. Now, please just call me. Well, Nina, we will do our best. Nina smiles at Hugo and Noah is in gratitude. Her eyes renew with a faint gleam, a hope that maybe will change for her and her family for the better. However, before heading out, Nina reaches into her bag once more. She takes out a small piece of paper and a pen and hastily starts jotting down something. I best be on my way. I will let grandfather know ahead of time you'll be coming. That is the address 4970 Church Street. Also, this is I'll be sure to greet you all when you arrive. And thank you again. Politely bows to them and walks out of the office, already reaching her purse for her car keys. I think you can tell them what if this district is fall in a bad of you. So watches from his desk as she goes to open the driver's seat and looks back at the office window and takes one last look, gives slightly at him before pulling out of the parking lot and driving off. Once out of sight, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered decks. Now he has to clean this up, I guess. Still messy, but presentable. I guess I have to sort out later again. Um, this is a visual novel game. I wish it had voice actors, so I mean, because I have to read, guys. That is, I when I use all in my head. I already. From ongoing downpour to quiet hums of the car, they sit in silence, still miles of their destination, who constantly rear view mirror to see passing cars. But it was only them on the road. Don't tell me they live in a very secluded area. Noah, who used to catch his ear off by now, leans quietly against the car door as he looks out of passing streetlights, reserved and distant. He hasn't said a word to Hugo since they left the office. I think both of them can like sense that something is wrong, something is unusual, but still they are just quiet. So you are a lot quieter than wrong. What a surprise! Have you been looking at me? Yeah. No, you idiot. You usually just talk a lot. That's all. So do you miss me talking? I guess it does. Say it. Do you believe her story? But even all the things she told us, do you think she's telling the truth? Yes, I believe her, or at least I believe she hasn't lied to us. But I can't shake this that she's hiding something. She's actually hiding a lot of things. Like if she left out certain details on purpose. Also, why did she have to travel this far out of the town for a private eye? Right, gonna while eating. Surely there must have been another far closer to her home than ours. I just don't know how to explain it. As expected. Are you making fun of me? Not at all. I'm just admiring you. I didn't want to offend Nina earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. But her last name caught me off guard. What do you mean by that? Have you heard about Mortimer? They are pretty family that owned an estate fishing company. Oh, well, they used to believe, have yet to name. What do you mean? Shouldn't it naturally go to Nina? It should, but I don't. What I heard each time they tried to name her, that relative, that relative mysteriously disappeared. That gone without a trace. One thought their bodies would after. Uh, all of them die. What's strange? All of them have been labeled as accidents. No foul play. Fortunate lost for the family. My God. Someone must be plotting against them. They have been stuck with so many tragedies that over time people began to believe they were cursed or something. First, I think I can understand why she wouldn't go to the police. They most likely thought she was and went along with it. But deep down they must have thought she had gone mad. I can't imagine all of this for Nina. First of all, who knows what we will find there. That's why you decided to come. Well, partially. I am more about you. Why? Think of it this way. I am the appointed. When you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, I will be there to try hospital. But besides, two is better than one. Yes, it's always better than one. Exactly. I was fine with Cole becoming. But Colby, you give me a jump scare. Have you heard that three is better than two? Uh, Mortimer Estate, 6 p.m. Passing through Farmless, finally on the nested away from prying eyes. It's all magnificent, classic, rarity, and yet with all its opulence, Noah could only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor. Two people are way less for doing an investigation on the entire manor. Grand stature, topless, topples easily over the dozens of houses they passed. Wow, look at the size of it. I could never imagine seeing a house like this in person. We're seeing one right now. You don't have to imagine it. Almost too. Come on, she's waiting for us. Immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain heavy on Hugo's chest. Oh my. Like, Hugo can feel the vibe, the spirit, or something like that. Grasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for ages as he learns, close to the car, trying desperately to ground himself, like a fish drawn out of the sea. Desperately, the air in his lungs gave that he started to strain, drawing tighter the more he breathed. But this pales in comparison to far more house, something far more simple, because if one is watching him, piercing gets fixed on him like leads a bug and wait. Oh my god, we will hear this soon. What the hell? Damn it already. Nice, Suri. I am doing at least a bit. I've been, I've been using. All right. Okay, guys. You know what? I need to do something. I will be back in like two. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I just went to get like water, wash my hands. What's what's this? This game's name is Stillwater. It is basically a visual novel, and what I can tell you from what I have heard is this is a pretty creepy, but a lot of people love this game for some reason. The story is pretty nice. That is it. I need to hurry or else. Hey, are you alright? Noah calls out to him, snapping out of his stated trance. Colby nudges his head against Hugo, whining with concern over his partner's well being. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? That voice. I cannot. This is the how high it goes. I know my voice is like very low and also um like I can't actually that this is how high it goes, I guess. Yeah, I cannot it anymore, sadly. Shout. I cannot. Condition of my throat isn't that great. That's why I have the mic right beside my mouth so the sound goes in. It's not low, it's like how should I say? um I mean I am right. Horror than me. Don't work with each other. This is horror though. Gotta stay here. You still gotta stay here. Shout, not shout. I cannot. I am sorry, ma'am, but not happening. It was close to my ear. Nina, is everything alright? Oh, I am fine, don't mind me. It's just a bit winded out from the trip, that's all. The voice got clearer. Okay, I did not do anything. All I did, I think I know what I did. Okay, I will tell you after the stream. Okay, just come in the VC. I will tell you on my server. Okay, I guess I know what happened. I would be happy to make you tea at the very least, if it's no trouble. No, not at all. Is the least I can do. Once again, the subtle uneasiness from Nina surfaces. But before Hugo could get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're all right? You should. Uh, you sounded like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we are already here. We can't back out now. I mean, you always can back out. I am more than willing to back out. Listen to me, I think you should. Noah abruptly cuts his lecture short as he notices Nina stopping by the front door. It's super clear now. Okay, basically, what I did is in front of the mic I'm using, right? It is off my earphones. Um, so there is a metal piece, a metal kind of ball. Okay, and I am talking directly into that ball, and since it is connected to the mic, I think the vibrations are going to that part and it is making the sound clear. She stands by the door silently contemplating something. It's just like before, but this time she seems even more anxious. Whatever unease she tried to mask earlier becomes more apparent the minute they walked closer to the front door. Nina can't say anything. I haven't been quite honest with you, detective. Nina, they can tell. Oh my god, what was that? Noise. What was that noise? Even I am getting scared. What the hell? Okay, guys, it was just me breathing, okay? That noise. Sorry about that. I don't know for some reason why it did that. It never picks up that. For some reason it did. Just like before, as it carefully choosing her next word, she decides that in this situation, words are not enough. Noise, scary noise. It was just me breathing. I got scared too. For some reason, that noise came back to me as well. Not just you guys. Like, what is happening? You will see for yourselves what I mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the three to follow behind. Hugo is about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Noah, don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let us know right away. You will be first to know. And with that, Noah releases his grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door. Greeted with a brightly lit hallway, Hugo notes immediately that the interior is just as grand, adorned with floral accents and antique furnishing. The house itself word elegance, a classic and rustic charm with the walls and flooring made from the finest wood. Hugo couldn't help but gape when he walked in. However, he notices something even more distinct than the splendor. Behind the seemingly perfect veneer, an unsettling air wreathes throughout the house, leaving no room for doubt that the inside is far more terrifying than the outside. Please come this way. Who is sitting there? Bracing themselves, they enter the deep lit drawing room. At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner. Only the sparse lighting from the window pierces through a fraction of the room's darkness. However, as they approach closer to the silhouette, Hugo now understands the reason for all Nina's unsettling vagueness. Oh my god. I am kind of scared to see how the grandfather looks. Maybe he looks uncanny. Um, um, but oh my god. Sitting on the armchair is a very young man, not much older than Hugo or Noah. He is dressed modestly and shares none of the posing presence of the manor. Oh my god. No, rather, such luxury does not even remotely reflect on the man before them at all. No way, Leona, you used to sleepwalk? Oh my god, I have never heard about that. I mean, I used to talk in my sleep, but I never sleepwalked. Well, I saw this one. Like you used to. That is what I'm asking. That is new information. It's as if the time flows had stopped only for him, while the rest had continued, changing drastically without him. Just like the letter, timeless, delicate, and jarringly out of place, staring only at the window. The young man sits there dazed, with little acknowledgement of people around him. Still, motionless, like a doll. Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. Okay, fair enough, Leona, but now I know, right? Oh, that is all that matters. Now I know. This is Detective Laurent and his two assistants, Colby and Noah. They're going to help us. I don't think this man needs a caretaker. Noise again. Yes, there was a noise. Henry. The grandpa is named Henry. Even after introducing them to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them. Exactly. And yet here he remains, forever young. I guess young? Unchanging, forever young. They have come a long way, so I will be making some tea. Would you like some, Grandpa? Oh my god, now that I look at him, he kinda hot. Oh my god, his hair kinda hot. Yeah, forget about being creepy. Grandpa doesn't talk at all. He did not reply back, nor does he glance at Nina or anyone else in the room. I think he is possessed. I can tell from his eyes. He is possessed. He is not the man he seems. Either he is possessed by some kind of spirit or like some kind of other thing. Only fixates gaze on the rain, nothing else. Does it rain all the time? The house, like near the house. You know, the pool of water in the beginning we are talking about. Oh, warnings. And you. Oh my God, Bruce. Now, probably the first time I've seen you like beat people like this. Don't that with me. Stop telling. I'll be sure to make a cup of tea for you too. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to foyer. What does a foyer mean? Fearing more questions, follow Nina outside. But before they leave the drawing room, Hugo takes on the last look at the young man. There is an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes, they're similar to his own. Yeah, I mean, in the trailer, I watched the trailer for this game, and Hugo's eyes were exactly like this man's. Maybe this is some kind of spoiler, but um, it's okay. Finding out the plot before it is actually mentioned is something I like to do all the time. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will never end well. Oh my god, you guys are saying horror stories in the comments. Lina, that man. Yes, he is my grandfather, the one I asked you all to watch over. I know this is hard to believe, but what are you going to say that he is 80 years old? Nina draws something out from her pocket. It's an old picture of a handsome man with slick back hair wearing the finest of suits. The gentleman in the picture has a different air to him, one of the wealth and power, none of which reflects at all on the current Henry Mortimer. It's almost as if looking at two different people, because it is most probably two different people. This isn't much to go by, but believe me, they are the same person. Why does he look so young? It happened. It happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of water when I heard a loud thud coming from my grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him, but when I did, he looked so different. He wore the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night, and his face, I recognized his face. He looked younger. So many things were rushing through my head at that moment, and yet I knew he felt familiar to me. I know it sounds bizarre the more I talk about it, but that's what happened. But so that, but you guys are talking about scary shit in the chat. That was also the same night I found the letter. It was next to him, already opened. I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. With everything going on, maybe they are right. The pools of water, letter, Louise, and now this. I have been ignoring the signs for years and just blindly hoping things get better if I try finding solution on. But that's not enough anymore. Maybe my family is cursed. It is not. Maybe it is. No, they are not. Okay, you go. At least you said something. Curses aren't real. How do you know curses aren't real? That, oh my god. What if they are? Everything is possible in a um imaginary world, in a fiction. Detective? I think we easily get involved in believing that sort of thing. This truth, the one who fixates on it, makes it their reality. Rumors, doubt, lies, all of the things are what they want to become real. Deep rooted emotions like that can't possibly be killed or fixed right away. But like a curse, those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you were caught up in all of this for you and Mr. Mortimer. Can you guys just not talk about the scary things? I am here playing a game that seems scary, and you guys are talking about scary things. He's making me double scary at the same time, like double scared. Please, good. Now our first priority is find out about Louis. In the letter you showed us back at the agency, you have it with you. Yes, yes, here. Do you mind if I borrow it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back. Of course, but what are you going to do with it? I have searched everything on that letter and I still couldn't come up with the clues. I will be as a reference or a guide, if you will. Stories while she was cooking and the story came. Oh my god, I can't look at the chat at all. You guys are just kidding me. What the? Yeah, stop. Why are you kidding? I am afraid I can't discuss too much of the process. Trade secret and all. I guess. Of course. No, it's not giving me notification regarding your. Um, I don't know why. Maybe you again, you know, the notification thing. Press the bell icon again. Remove and get it again. I will check upstairs. Noah, you and Colby check the ground first. Got it. Before they leave their own investigation, Hugo grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder. He leans in close enough for Nina to not hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina, especially Nina. I don't want her to be dragged any more than she already is. Okay. Oh, I can do auto. My God. Whatever happens, go you. Fine, you will tell for me. Okay. I know. Oh my God, the auto is too fast. I am counting on you. Auto is too fast. Auto is too fast. Boy. Oh my God, what are you guys doing? Why did Nightbot got Leona? Ariel, that was all. With a final nod at them, Hugo then goes towards the staircase and heads upstairs. I wonder how long this. By the way, Tia, how was your day? I mean, it was great. All I did was like watch, then like got some work done, I guess, and then I took a nap. I took a nap for like 30 minutes. It felt like hours for some reason. And I was wondering why was my alarm not going off because I usually put a timer of an hour when I. Yeah, a normal day. Yesterday was pretty bad. The morning, rest of the time it's normal. He turns, he then turns to look at Colby. Well, it's time to get to work, right, Colby? Investigation start. There are other options? Oh no. Ah. On top right is the hint button. Click it with highlight and object missed. Oh my. What do I do? Um, uh, I don't think there is any one. Can he? Okay, this is highlighted. A large bookshelf stand close to the entrance contains a couple of photo albums, phone books. Oh, back in the day. Um, oh, this was all landline number at the time. Alright, bye, Leona. A delicate arrangement of violets and white roses. They seemed fresh and fairly new. An old rotary dial telephone. Can I open the cupboard? Can I open the cupboard? I open the cupboard. I can't use the lamp for some reason. Okay, I guess there is nothing else here. Let's go that way. I can't do this. Colby, woof woof. Sorry, sorry, Yang. So sorry. I can't find any the hint. Where's the hint? Don't see it. I don't see it. Oh my god. I am bad at this game. I finally get to do something and I'm already bad at it. Who's that behind you, Tia? That is the grandfather. Believe it or not, that young man is the grandfather. Mr. Mortimer's just by the corner of his room. He's never leaving. This is his house. We have come to investigate here. Oh my god, I guess the game is lagging so I can't get a hint properly at time as well. Can we is the investigation not complete? I think I saw all the objects I could have. Okay, okay. Wow, there are so many covering the wall. I mean, the game is getting creepier by the second, so I guess I'm doing fairly good right now. I can't give guarantee though that I will be doing good later as well. We just started the investigation. Yes, my grandfather commissioned back in time, back in the day. Sadly, he does not do that anymore. Commission more artist gang. We need to feed our families as well. I can't help but notice the paintings are covered. How come? I did that. I covered them up for grandfather's sake. For his sake? Yes, he was pretty obsessed with them, you see. There were times when he would mutter to himself and would just stare at the paintings for days on end. It would it worried me so much that I had to cover them all. Since then he hasn't stared at any of them, just sits quietly looking outside. I see. About the paintings, I also noticed they all have a similar theme. They all had water in them. I know this isn't a coincidence since you have told us before, but if there's anything you know, anything at all, then please tell me. Nina is still hiding stuff. Noah, can I ask you a question first? Ah, sure, go ahead. Do you believe in mermaids? Ah, mermaids? I don't suppose I do. Why? Casting her gaze to the floor, Nina anxiously fidgets and tightly clasps her hand together. Don't tell me her family is like a mermaid kind of thing. She then briefly signs and continues. Well, there is this story, or rather, more like a fairy tale that my family has passed down. A fairy tale? Yes, well, it feels like one to me. It was about a fisherman who fell in love with a mermaid. Every day and night he would go out by the shore, gaze at her beauty. But one day she vanished, leaving him confused, heartbroken. Determined, he would sail many seas for a chance to see her again. Sailing from coast to coast, to lands to beyond, and back he would go. Not long after, fortune followed him all throughout his journey and made him one of the wealthiest and most highly respected in his village. However, despite all the wealth he gained through his travel, he never found the mermaid again. It could only be a dream, nothing more. And that's the end of the story. It doesn't end happily, but I guess there was a lesson behind all of it. I just never understood it. What do you think happened to the mermaid? I know it's an exaggeration, and yet I can't help but wonder. Don't tell me she got caught by fishermen or something like that. Oh my. It's hard to say. I just feel bad for both of them. True. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of sad endings. Same here. You are not alone on this, bro. If it were me, I would wish for the fisherman and the mermaid could see each other again, or at least that's what I think. Even if they weren't meant to be with each other. Yeah, I think so. At least I wouldn't want to imagine going through a journey all by myself. It's hard being alone. A journey all by yourself. What are you hiding? Mortimer State 11:30. You know what, guys? Um, I should end maybe. What do you say? It's already 8. I started at 6. There was a technical beginning, but we save the game here first. Options. Let's see. Ah. Oh, they did have voicing. What the what? Did they have voicing? They're done with. I guess I can do that off stream. Um, that is it for today, I guess. I am sitting here for like 2 hours, almost 2 hours, about 150 minutes. This stream is 150. The other was like um 7 minutes. At least things went well. The second one, the first one just made gave me a headache. My electricity went out. Okay, guys. All right. Goodbye. Take care. I will stream this game again the very next day. All right. Bye.